Endlich ist es raus, wir wissen, wie die PS4 aussieht und ich habe hier neben mir einen der ganz großen Bosse, Shuhei Yoshida, den Präsident der Sony Worldwide Studios, und dem kann ich ein paar Fragen stellen. Mr. Yoshida-san, 2 days ago you finally unveiled the design of the PlayStation 4 and this one big thing that made the crowd scream, the used games policy of Sony with PlayStation 4. Can you elaborate a bit more your process, or how you went up to this decision, and what did you why did you make this video? Was it a spontaneous thing? Was this planned? Was it made after Microsoft's press conference?
Okay, so the policy, was we are always planning to have, oh yeah, for PS4, why change? There are lots of people who still like to have on the physical copy, and lots of people just lend games, between friends and in the office, have you tried this game? So that's a part of the enjoying, games. Not just trading in and purchasing second hand. So we really appreciate people's habit, and there are more people moving from physical to digital, but that doesn't happen overnight, that everybody just go digital. It's a bit too extreme. So we always plan to maintain this disc-based game culture on PS4. So we are not planning to make it a big deal because it's the same, but something happened in May, and lots of consumers started asking us, and I got lots of tweets every day, hundreds of tweets saying that Sony, do the right thing. And so we felt that we have to explain it very clearly at the press conference. And so of course we are planning for Jack Tritton to explain, but when Adam and I were waiting in rehearsals day before the press conference, Adam came up with this idea that what if we make a video that I have a Killzone, and I let you play, and using the box art, PS4 game box, and yeah, we are like, yeah, let's do this and do that, and because we had a video crew at the rehearsal location. So we shot the video, and the video guy added some music and showed to Andrew House, and he was like, yeah, let's do this virally. And so Adam and I were waiting when Jack Tritton announced the policy, and we hit the tweet button at the same time.
Good timing, and it's a great viral hit. Other people would kill for so many views. Do you know how many million views this video has right now?
Yeah, this morning I checked, over 8 million views.
That's cool. But yeah, you are kind of a Sony spokesperson. It's like a new job. Your Twitter feed is very popular. It's YOSP, and especially the core gamer crowd is very actively communicating with you. How do you feel about this new role as kind of an ambassador?
Well, it's such a fun. Every morning I wake up and I see what's on my Twitter feed, and oftentimes I find some people struggling with some glitch in our system or questions, and so oftentimes I forward that tweet to real customer service department. So this person is saying that he or she cannot download this new game or something like that, and the customer service goes, oh yeah, we look into that, and people really like when I engage, and give us lots of ideas or suggestions, and what they like or not like, and we are able to get the instantaneous feedback from lots of people. So that's really important for us to be able to do so, because industry changing, people's lifestyle changes. So always we are making decisions thinking about consumers, but being able to get a direct response like this on Twitter is such a great thing.
Okay, let's talk PS4. The design was something that really surprised me, and I have to be honest, I had to sleep a night over it until I found it beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
But it is really interesting. It's quite unique with this angle. So can you describe a bit the design paradigms and the plans you had, and how you came up with this very special design?
Yeah, so in terms of the design of DualShock 4, our studio team, including myself, were involved, from the very, very beginning of the design, even when there's no sites and ideas what DualShock 4 has to be, because it's an input device, it's part of the game experience. So it's really, really important for us, Worldwide Studios, to get involved in the design of DualShock 4. However, the console design for me is just a box. So I have trust in our design team and hardware team to do a good job. So it was actually after the New York event, February event, that I had a chance to see it, near finished form, and I was so amazed how small it is. I felt like, well, this is the first generation of PS4, but already looks like second gen. So I compare that box with the second gen PS3, and the form size is almost the same. And I was so amazed. I couldn't believe the sophistication of our hardware engineering team to be able to allow the industrial designer Sumi-san to make such a sleek looking box. And in terms of having this shape, diamond or how, it's a bit new.
Yes.
Yeah, but when it stand up, it kind of reminds me of how PS2 used to look, and I think that association is not bad at all.
Yeah, and standing up, it looks really sexy. So, and can you already talk about energy consumption and noise level?
Yeah, because it's small, I would expect the power consumption is relatively good. Otherwise, you need a large box with some fans and vent and like the original PS3 was, thick and big. So I really don't know the answer to that noise level as yet. I don't believe we haven't added that information in the spec sheet
That's
as yet.
why I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you're asking. Yeah. So, So, I would expect it to be relatively good, compared to the original PS3. But fingers crossed.
Okay. And now there's something I need a bit clarification on. It's PS Plus. I understand that online multiplayer games will be PS Plus members only,
Yep.
but on the big spreadsheet you had out on the press conference, you always mentioned cloud saves and automatic updates. Is this only relevant for PS3 customers, or will those features only be available for PS Plus customers on PS4 too?
Yes, so in terms of access to online multiplayer, so it's now a part of PS Plus for PS4. Means that on PS3 and PS Vita, no change, going forward. Still, anyone with PSN account to be able to play online multiplayer on PS3 and Vita. We made that decision because the online services is such a big part of the PS4 experience. And we are investing a lot of money, to create this new infrastructure and services and operations, automatic, download, and second screen experience and sharing. So in order for us to keep investing, we decided that rather than making it free and we get a constant pressure to save money in the investment, that doesn't help us to provide the great service. So ask consumers who are most active in the online area of PS4 to share some of the cost with us. But in terms of all the features that people now enjoy with PS Plus on PS3 and Vita, like auto sync trophies and automatic download or cloud saves, some of them will become available to all the PS4 users. Like trophy sync will be now for everyone. But other services like cloud saves or automatic download and install will be in PS Plus package for PS4 as well.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up. And now,
Sorry, one more clarification. So there will be no separate PS Plus for between platforms. There's only one PS Plus that covers everything PS3 and Vita and PS4. So if you are already a member, or if you become a member before the launch of PS4, you are already ready for PS4.
Okay, and is there already the SKU, so the box finished with its contents that will hit retail later this year? What will be the content of the product that you can already pre-order on Amazon? Will there be the camera included as well?
So we announced the 399 euro for European market. That package does not include camera, and we have not. We are not talking about any potential additional bundles or SKUs or value pack. We need to spend a little bit more time to look at the demand and manufacturing and what kind of offers we can provide until later this year. But the 399 euro or 349 pound package does not include the camera.
Okay, and there is one member of the PlayStation family that was had a big role in the February event and that was missing 2 days ago. It was PlayStation Move. Are you still planning on supporting PlayStation Move with your launch lineup and with the coming games for PS4?
So for the launch lineup, so we announced that 3 titles from first parties to be available on day one: Killzone Shadowfall and the Drive Club and Knack. And the details of these titles, we still need a little bit more time to be able to confirm.
Okay, but Move will still be a part of PlayStation 4.
Yes, absolutely. So Move will be become even better with the high-res stereo camera. Now you can use hand gestures or more robust facial recognitions. And we released a video called the Play³. Is a little experience collection of some mini games or experiences that our studios in Japan has been working with the hardware team to kind of show off what you can do in combination of PlayStation camera and DualShock 4. So please check it out, the video. I think it's called the Play³ to be able to see, okay, this and that kind of things can be done between the camera and DualShock 4. So DualShock 4 has the LED that kind of work like PS Move. Without PS Move, you can do some of the things that require PS Move. That said, PS Move experience is very unique and robust and more precise. So something like sculpting that the Media Molecule showed off in the February event is only possible with the great precision of PS Move. So we'll continue to support PS Move for the kind of titles that require that more advanced capability.
That's good to hear, and I think it's especially important for people coming from PC and having problem with shooter games with controllers. They like Move. So one thing you're doing right now, okay, is you're really talking to the gamer crowd, the people from NeoGAF, the people on Twitter. But what are your plans to reach a bigger audience, the moms and dads, the older gamers, what Nintendo followed with the Blue Ocean strategy?
Yeah, so I have 2 answers to that. The number 1 answer is Knack. Knack is a new game from Mark Cerny, and he designed and directed Crash Bandicoot. And great platform games like Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter. He's a master of action platformer. So when he approached the PS4, he was a big part of the designing, architecting the hardware itself. But he also wanted to be on top of the more advanced game development. So he offered to us that what if we make a new Crash Bandicoot type game on PS4 that anyone can play. Even he said even my mom can play and enjoy and finish the game with her grandchildren. So that's the Knack. So we strategically target the game for the launch so that when we show the launch lineup, we are showing Killzone or Drive Club or more conventional core gamers title, but at the same time, this is something you can play with your family, and everybody can enjoy. So I like to point to Knack the new game from Sony as first answer. And the second answer is, so Michael Linton from Sony Pictures came up on the show and talked about how now different parts of Sony work together now under Kaz Hirai leadership. And Sony, there's a conversation between SCE and Sony Pictures that what if Sony Pictures has a great studios to produce TV shows and movies. What about making some of their new contents available first on PS Network and PS4? So that kind of things, commitment, because Sony is a big entertainment company as a group. So we are now working closer together to be able to provide, on top of great games, more entertainment options through PlayStation Network.
Okay, and the last question, because we are in Germany and we're having this big convention, Gamescom, later this year, and I think our viewers really want to know: can they expect to play PS4 games themselves in August?
Well, we are already making playable games available on the show floor at E3, and of course E3 is an industry event, so consumers cannot get in. So 2 months from now, I would expect more games will be playable on the floor, and I'm very much looking forward to going to Gamescom this year. Gamescom is one of my favorite events of the year. It's like best of both worlds. It's a great industry event like E3. But across the whole is the huge consumers. When I went to Gamescom for the first time, I felt like, wow, I've never seen so many German people in one place, and they are so excited and great passion. So I'm totally excited to go to Gamescom, and of course, I expect many PS4 games will be playable there.
Thank you very much for the answers. Und ihr habt es gehört, auf der Gamescom könnt ihr dann endlich selbst Hand an die PS4 legen und wir müssen uns noch ein bisschen gedulden. Ende des Jahres wird sie endlich rauskommen für 399 €. Tolle Sache. Ich freue mich drauf.
Danke.
Thank you very much.